Welcome to my channel. It's a new day and we're going to do more music. I don't know how much because I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to do a few. I'm definitely going to do a bonus video and maybe 3 or 4, even possibly 5 reactions. We'll just see how the time goes. But I had a lot of stuff come up today and time just got away from me. And so here I am trying to get something done before the night is over. Okay, I hope you don't mind. For my bonus video today, I have selected, I'm just going to read you the title off the page and then I'll talk about it a little. What happens when a child prodigy hears an 80s hit rock the Casbah? Now, they're going to talk about this young man in the video, but I want to tell you about him. His name is Jude Coffey. He's from Ghana. And he was born prematurely, had to have heart surgery when he was only 3 months old, and was on a feeding tube until the age of 8. And when he got off the feeding tube, he got on the piano, and tonight is the results you see of that. He's 12 years old, and you will be amazed. I'm certain of that. I've watched this whole thing, and then I've watched part of it again. And also I went and found some of his other videos, and I watched those as well. So I can guarantee you, you're going to be amazed by this young man. He is really incredible. Before we get into that, though, I want to thank you for all that you do for my channel, for the shenanigans that I do that you put up with. I tried a new approach last night. Don't think it went very well. I tried to do all the reactions on one video. Some people liked it, other people didn't. I didn't particularly care for it because, as some have pointed out, it's hard to comment on the individual video, you know, the artist, when you're talking about a video that has 7 artists in it. So, and you know, there's some other limitations too that makes it probably not the best idea. So I'm just going to go back to what I've been doing. And you're just going to have to put up with my slowness and my old age. And I know you will, because you guys are fantastic. So I thank you for that. Before we get into the video, I do want to remind you, I always put the artist links in their playlist so you can support them. And I guarantee I'll be making a playlist for Jody, because this won't be the only one of his I'll do. But I put the link to the song or the performance that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. I don't put the link to the reaction request form though, because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 3,000 in my queue. I've got to get some of those taken care of. I just do. But I'll live stream on Sunday for 3 hours beginning at 4 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 4 p.m. UTC and you ask for a reaction in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. Okay? So this is Jude Coffey, K-O-F-I-E, and the title of this video is What Happens When a Child Prodigy Hears an 80s Hit Rock the Casbah, and they don't mention this. It's for the first time. He's never heard it before. So watch this. This is incredible. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. Yes, I am. Okay.
I just focus on the joy of playing the piano, you know. I never heard of it, but it's simple.
See, like what happens if you move to like a G or an F.
You got it.
You got the D minor chord in the chorus. Like, how did you hear that, Jude?
A clash. Watch out.
All right, Mr. Jude. Are you ready to play a game?
Yep. So my name is Jude Kofi. I am 12 years old and I play the piano. And I have been playing since almost 4 years now.
What would you say scares you the most about being a piano player?
Trying to figure out new things like, that the game trying to figure out a new song. I could do anything with it.
Yeah, so many possibilities, right?
Yes.
All right, and how do you feel about being put on the spot?
I just focus on the joy of playing the piano.
Jude, something that a lot of people don't know is a little bit about your story.
I would say it's a miracle.
You were born prematurely. You had to have heart surgery when you were just 3 months old.
Yes.
And you had a tube that you were eating out of a tube until you were 8.
Yeah.
And pretty much soon after that tube was taken out, you started playing piano.
Yes. From the time when I was a baby to now that I am like a 12-year-old boy playing with big stages and playing with big stars. Oh, wow.
All right, Jude. So we're going to give you a song that we think you may not have heard before.
Okay.
If you've heard it, please let us know. We'll give you a new one. Are you ready to hear the song?
I'm so ready.
King told the boogie man, you have to let that rocket drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. The radiator grill. Shawty don't like it. Rocky Casbah, Rocky Casbah. Shawty don't like it. Rocky Casbah, Rocky Casbah. Violin crackling. The crowd say it's cool to think this child can't bang. Jet pilots tune to the cockpit radio player. Soon as the
I never heard of this song. I never heard of it, but it's simple.
Jude, I loved your ideas. You had a lot of ideas going there. You started off figuring out the key, and then you started making it almost like Latin at some points, playing like the
Yes.
almost Montunos, and yeah, you had a lot of cool ideas. And then going to the 4 chord for the chorus, once you kind of figured out that's where you wanted to land.
Actually, it was the 2.
2 minor, yeah, and C.
Yeah.
Now you can start to figure out what chord progressions you want for what sections,
All right.
and maybe like any individual licks you want to play. So let's give it
Okay.
to you one more time from the top.
King told the boogie man, you have to let that rocket drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. The shorter on the prophet, we find that boogie sound. DJ don't like fundamentally
Let's go, Jude. I can see you're getting tired of just the 2 chords. You're like, I gotta spice it up, throw a little Jude in there.
Yep.
I think your chorus is so set in stone. I think for the verse, I love that little Latin part that you do when it has like those like almost like toms, or I don't know what's happening.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think what if you save the Latin part for that part of the song?
Okay.
But let's just quickly workshop that part and try over a couple different chords like A minor and D minor, for example.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Try it with like the G sharp and the E. That's what you had before. It was really, really cool. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
I got
That's
you.
awesome. Okay, so what happens if you do that starting on D minor now? Exactly. We're going to play this section, and you can try it from A minor, D minor, and E major. Just
All
see what
right.
kind of feels right to you.
this child can't bang. But as the wind changed direction, and the temple band took fire.
And see if you can add the E in there somewhere.
Oh,
Oh, really cool. I love how that part's coming together. Tom, Latin part. Now, the final step in that verse to kind of tie it all together, when there's no singing, see if that's when you can kind of throw in the fills. So you're playing the chords while there's vocals, and then really listen to the vocals. And when they are not singing, see if you can throw little fills in now for the verse.
You got it.
King told the boogie man, you have to let that rocket drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. The shaking through his Cadillac, he went cruising down the hill.
Very cool. Very cool, Jude. This is honestly one of my favorite challenges to give artists. Hearing a song for the very first time and seeing what they come up with in real time. It's such a cool reminder of how much creativity opens up when you really understand your instrument. And that's exactly what we want to help you experience with Musora. You'll learn to play piano confidently with lessons that fit your schedule, guided by real teachers. And if you want to explore other instruments like the drums, guitar, vocals, or bass, it's all in the same app. So start your free 7-day trial today with the link below this video. Are you ready for your final take?
Yeah.
You can unlock more than ever with the American Express Platinum Card. Access over $3,500 in value each year.
Albert King told the boogie man, you have to let that rocket drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. The shaking through his Cadillac, he went cruising down the hill. The prison was standing
One of the most important discoveries in the field of science and health over the last decade or so is the discovery that our gut health, in particular, the
Way to go, Jude. So good. So, what do you think of the song so far from your version?
It's great.
Are you ready to hear the original song?
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Our king told the boogeyman, you have to let that rocket drop. The oil down the desert way has been blazing.
It's very different.
All right, so, what do you think of the original now?
Oh, wow. I did not know. But they had to solo the percussionist.
Yeah, they had a little percussionist solo in there, right? That's when you were doing your
Yeah.
Latin part. Makes sense that that's why you thought it was maybe Latin, because you heard that percussion in there.
Yes.
You also nailed it. You got the D minor chord in the chorus. Like, how did you hear that, Jude? How did you know that was there?
I don't know.
That's just what your gut told you? Your instincts just said, this has to be D minor here.
Pretty much, yeah. It was fun. It was particularly a game.
So the band is called The Clash.
The Clash.
Have
Watch
you ever
out.
heard of The Clash before?
No.
Clash is an English rock band. They're from London in the
Oh.
70s. It was a minute ago. Before
Oh.
your
A
time.
little bit before you were born there, Jude.
Wow. My name is Jude Kofi, and that was just my version of Rock the Casbah. Thank you all so very much for supporting me.
Over at the temple, oh, they really pack 'em in. The crowd say it's cool to think this chanting thing, but as the wind changes direction.
So, what do you think of Jude Coffey? Isn't he incredible? He is amazing. Wow. He's going to be around a long time. I guarantee you. He's going to be around a long time and a star for a long time. He's just so talented. And I watched another video of him where that same guy the dark-haired guy with the white shirt, was asking him about, did he have a white shirt? I don't remember. The dark-haired guy that was leading it. He played notes on the piano and asked him what it was, and he knew every single one of them. Even when he played chords, he could tell you every one of the keys that the guy was hitting just by listening to him. Wow. And they say he's autistic. Well, I don't think we really understand what that means, because it certainly doesn't mean handicapped. It does not mean that at all, because this young man is he is mega skilled. Let's put it like that. He's already performing worldwide and performing with some of the biggest names in the music business at the age of 12. I had to share it with you. I saw it. I watched it yesterday, and I just thought, I got to share this because I know they're going to love the guy, and they're going to love what he's doing, and love his story besides. And so, that's what this channel is about. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Before we move into the requested reactions, I want to thank you again for coming, and I want to thank God for blessing you abundantly, above and beyond what you could have imagined, and for doing the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.